what should be, in theory, someone who I guess feels like this is kind of a good thing, that our legal system is operating as it should. Good old Jimmy Dore. Mar-a-Lago raided. That's all it says. It's a dancing picture of Trump, who seems positive, and then a bunch of FBI agents. Most of them shaved heads, so clearly sketchy. He's bigger than they are. It's up near Trump's near the Jimmy Dore logo, so we'll see how this plays out.
Let this sweet mineral melt in your mouth to rebuild your gums and teeth while you sleep, and say goodbye to the dentist.
Okay.
I'm here with Jackson Hinkle, the most censored man on YouTube in America.
Trump would beg to differ.
America's comedian Kurt Metzger breaking.
America's comedian Kurt Metzger. Is a TM. It's a trademark because it doesn't have to be true.
News, ladies and gentlemen. Former President Donald Trump says the FBI is searching his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. The circumstances of the search were not immediately clear.
So obviously it's the FBI that's wrong and not Trump, because he's a persecuted man.
Former President Donald Trump said in a lengthy statement Monday that the FBI
Did you hear that? Somebody is not liking this.
Was conducting a search of his Mar-a-Lago estate and asserted that the agents had broken open a safe. The circumstances of the search were not immediately clear, though the Justice Department has been actively investigating the discovery of classified information in boxes of records that were...
Yeah, he's basically... is Jimmy going to turn him into the new Edward Snowden?
...were taken to Trump's Florida residence after he left the White House. The action marks a dramatic escalation.
It's interesting. We're already on page 3 of this stuff that he's reading. He's just reading it out as news, and instead of he's not stopping every third sentence. There's no words in red.
Law enforcement scrutiny of Trump, and comes as he has been laying the groundwork to make another bid for president. After working, so this is all about not letting Trump run for president again.
Is it? Because it couldn't be that he has been engaged in holding classified documents, and this has been an ongoing fucking thing for months.
Because they know if he does, he'll probably beat Joe Biden.
Yeah, and he's got Jimmy's vote already.
And they can't have this guy. And again, it's not that Trump...
No, Jimmy needs him in there.
Trump is going to do anything different than Joe Biden is.
Oh, no? No? You don't think Trump would put more people on the Supreme Court? Wouldn't put more people on the Supreme Court that would get rid of gay rights, for example, or help Rick Scott and everybody sunset Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, S-chip, fucking every federal welfare program, food stamps, all of it fucking gone. Gone.
Is doing, but
nonsense, garbage, childish bullshit.
They can't have a guy like Trump doing it because he makes everything look bad.
Oh, that's what it is. It's just a style thing. Yeah, if they can't let Trump try to lower our carbon footprint by 40% over the next 8 years, because he would make it look bad. Trump would make us look bad leaving Afghanistan. Trump makes vaccinating the whole fucking country look bad.
Then everybody all of a sudden gets upset that we're putting kids in cages. Everybody gets upset that we're starting 2 nuclear wars.
We're not starting 2 nuclear wars. We aren't starting... Yes, by the way, by the time we're, quote, starting 2 nuclear wars, people have bigger fish to fry. I mean, the fish will fry themselves. The rivers and seas boiling, 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes, the dead rising from the grave, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Everybody gets upset that we're committing a genocide in Yemen.
We're not committing a genocide in Yemen. And by the way, Jimmy thinks that it is completely justified that... Oh, no! Hold on. Jimmy thinks that it is completely justified that the Russians invade Ukraine because they have Nazis. And it's because a few people have Nazi tattoos, or some people in the Azov Battalion in 2014 were Nazis, and this is what he's saying. And yet, these are the Houthis in Yemen. That's a Nazi salute. That's not from 2014. That's from last April, or a year ago April, this video. They're still doing it. This is who Jimmy thinks we should not help attack or whatever. We should not give any ammunition or whatever to the Saudis or sell them anything that allows them to attack these folks. That attacking these folks. Oh, Jimmy's too loud? Okay, I'll bring it down. That's Jimmy thinks that Ukrainians, 9 Ukrainians who do this in 2014 are reason enough for Russia to have every reason to send rape squads in to mutilate the genitals of children and soldiers and POWs. Totally fine. But these guys are hands off, because these guys literally in this chant here are saying, curse the Jews, death to America. So for the record, I need to bring this down. But we're creating a genocide in Yemen.
Everybody gets upset at police brutality. Everybody gets upset. But if you got demented Joe, nobody cared. Joe Biden.
Oh, sorry. So if Biden at what point did Biden come in and say, if you arrest somebody, don't be too gentle, just fuck their rights, shove them in the car? Biden and Obama were part of setting up the cops program that was supposed to help broom out bad cops. Where the fuck is the comparison in this? It's garbage.
Or you get Barack Obama come out and sweet talk you, people look the other way. And
yeah, it's all the same. It doesn't matter. So if it doesn't matter, why the fuck come to Trump's defense? If it doesn't matter, if they're the same, why even talk about Trump anymore? Why is he relevant?
That's what this is all about.
It's totally what this is all about. It has nothing to do with the fact that Jimmy voted for Trump.
That's what January 6th is about?
No. January 6th is about January 6th. There was a fucking attack on the Capitol.
That's what this is all about.
It's all about it. I mean, granted, if Trump hasn't committed any crimes and they don't prove anything, it'll be a swing and a miss and won't help.
Can't have a guy like him as the face of the establishment.
That's all. He's just the face of the establishment. He's not an outsider. He's just, that's the thing. Because if he's up there, then he's unpopular, and therefore I don't even know what this fucking argument is. This is garbage. This is so fucking weird. Yeah, TYT says there's no difference too. I mean, they're insane. This is insanity. This is crazy. And again, what part of the establishment Democrats are going to put Supreme Court justices in that are going to wipe out every due process ruling, including anti-miscegenation laws being reinstated or sodomy laws being put back in? I know Jimmy doesn't give a fuck about gay rights at all. He thinks they're a peripheral, unimportant issue. It's a waste of time even fighting for them, because fuck those people. That's Jimmy's position. He's staked it out purely. It's not worth it. Never mind the fact that it was, none of this applies. Like, there is no point where he's going to go, it's basically the same thing. It's basically, Trump's the same as, like, defending Taiwan is the same as sucking up to Kim Jong-un. Defending Ukraine is the same as, sucking up to Vladimir Putin. There's no difference.
That's all this is.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most moronic take so far tonight.
After working and cooperating with the relevant government agencies, the unannounced raid on my home was not necessary or appropriate, Trump said in a statement. Justice Department spokesperson Dana Iverson, or Dina, declined to comment on the search, including about whether Attorney General Merrick Garland had personally authorized the search.
Notice the lack of, like, redlining in this stuff, or his, like, wahoo that he normally does while he's doing an article, because he's not prepared for having to defend Trump, and yet he's got to. Discovery
of classified information at Mar-a-Lago was referred to the Justice Department by the National Archives and Records Administration, which said it had found classified material in 15 boxes at his residence. Federal law bars the removal of classified documents to unauthorized locations.
Yeah, we can all fucking read, dummy.
Though it is possible that Trump could try to argue that, as president, he was the ultimate declassification authority.
Yeah, but you have to state you're declassifying stuff. You don't get to do it after you fucking left. He wasn't president anymore when he left with that shit.
He could just say I declassified it.
But he has to actually write it down, dummy. It's not like fucking base in tag or no do-overs. What kind of an idiot wants to live in a country? Think of all the things that Jimmy decries in the military-industrial complex. And then think about what would be allowed if a president could retroactively, after they've left office, declassify whatever the fuck they want. They could literally declassify stuff to start a war that hadn't started.
Couldn't he do that?
No, he can't, dumb fuck. Again, no. Like, why would you even think he could? You have to write it. You have to officially declassify it. You can't just abscond with it and go, no take backsies, double tapsies like you're fucking in Dumb and Dumber.
No, it is possible.
No, it isn't possible. It is possible. It's possible he would try, and they would go, you can't do that, dummy.
There are multiple statutes governing classified information, including a law punishable by up to 5 years in prison that makes it a crime to remove such records and retain them at an unauthorized location. Kind of like Hillary with her server?
No, not kind of like Hillary with her server.
This sounds familiar.
Sounds like Hillary Clinton doing this.
It's almost like they looked at her shit for 2 years and it didn't have any classified stuff on it.
This official
and they turned over everything.
Information on her own private server.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like that. It's not. But, I mean, sound gets muffled when your head's up your ass, Jimmy.
Did he have the files in his bathroom and he had his assistants pouring acid on them?
Well, no, that would have been fine. And by the way, that was on their devices, not the files themselves. You don't want the devices to fall into anybody's hands. And especially over the last 2 decades, the State Department and everybody else, since the institution of people using cell phones, which is a thing that's just happened in the last 25 years, and as far as their classified information, people being able to text, or that becoming a normal part of people's lives, that getting rid of the devices or just simply turning them in, or getting rid of things that you had for personal use, like you can use them, that's your personal one, but because you made communications and somebody might have left you a voicemail on there, you gotta fucking decimate the thing when you leave. Everybody does.
Statute makes it a crime to mishandle classified records, either intentionally or in a grossly negligent manner, which is what Hillary Clinton did, which is why she should have been prosecuted but wasn't.
Well, apparently not, because the FBI finished their investigation. It took them 2 years. She cooperated, and there you go. So here's what I would hope for. Here's what you should be reacting to. You know what? Hillary Clinton engaged in one of these kind of things, and this was there are a bunch of questions about this. They finally came out with a statement. Took them 2 years to investigate. She gave them everything they asked for, and Trump should too. And the fact that they had to raid his place because he told them to go pound sand is the problem.
A separate investigation related to efforts by Trump and his allies to undo the results of the 2020 presidential election and the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol has also been intensifying. And why this is all about not letting Trump run again.
Again, no, it isn't. And by the way, like I said, if he doesn't have any of that shit, then it will benefit him, and he wouldn't have. There wouldn't be evidence of him breaking the law, which is the only thing that would stop him.
Again. They don't care if it's DeSantis. He's beholden to the same people.
Yeah. DeSantis, Trump, Biden, Hillary, AOC, Bernie Sanders, they're all the same fucking person. None of them have any ideas. Everything is controlled by the Illuminati and the deep state.
It's Trump that is the problem. DeSantis is beholden to the same establishment, and he doesn't say grab him by the pussy.
Right. And?
He's probably the guy scheduled to come in and keep it going after everybody gets sick of woke. And
That's
they go,
right.
Here, we prepared a great, he's not woke and he's not going to groom your kids.
Is that your job, Kurt? Jesus Christ, man. Dial it back.
And then he'll do all the stuff, all the same.
Yeah, he's basically, wait a minute. Are you telling Jimmy that we shouldn't trust DeSantis?
corporate Florida crap
right.
that they all do.
You know, I see people like Biden administration supporters on Twitter already saying like, well, you know, this had to get signed off by a judge. It had to get, this is a big, if you haven't figured out how politically motivated our judicial system is already between Julian Assange, between the Hunter Biden laptop
there is no Hunter Biden laptop. And what about Julian Assange in this?
scandal, between Russiagate, January 6th, all of this stuff.
Russiagate. Anybody who calls it Russiagate is on Team Trump, for the record.
You are completely missing the point and living under a rock, because this is exactly what the judicial system does. It's all about kickbacks, payouts. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch.
Yeah. So this judge signs off on a warrant to go to Mar-a-Lago because of something they're going to promise him later. Like what? Bodyguards to protect him from the maggots that are going to want to kill him. What judge is going to say, oh, yeah, fuck, yeah, here, go ahead, raid Mar-a-Lago. I'll be the guy on the paperwork. That never will turn out bad. There's not a bunch of fucking lunatics running around.
Mine, and you're right, Jimmy, this is about them making sure that Trump can't run again in 2024.
I just don't want them to be disappointed again. I know they've gotten their hopes up so many times, and I just really hope that the thing that a judge said it is a thing, and the top secret information is really...
So
again, This seems like a try from Kurt. Kurt, you seem like you're trying. You're bouncing an idea around in your dome. You want it to mean something. It doesn't. You know this, and you're trying to hot potato it back to Jimmy so he can look at the ceiling and fake laugh.
this is what's known. These are political prosecutions.
That's what it is. I mean, here's Jimmy just basically reading from Trump's statement. This is a political prosecution. You know how I know? It says, but that's what it is in the statement.
January 6th is also a show trial.
It's a show trial. It's a dog and pony show. What? What, Chip? Oh, no. Hold on. Chip knows I'm getting near the end. I will end with Chip. Hang in there, buddy.
This is all, again, this is not about finding justice or...
No, there is no justice to be had. Trump having absconded with classified information that he could be selling to foreign interests to feather his own nest because he's broke as fuck. That's not what's important.
Getting...
And again, the important thing is making sure he doesn't run again so that he doesn't win and do exactly what Biden is doing. Like, what's the argument here? If he's just going to toe the establishment line, and if Biden and Trump are no different, then why do they give a fuck who actually wins?
Liberty, or this is all about
fucking my whole argument against Democrats.
Politics. This is all...
Really? Yes, he was a politician, and he lost his job as a politician, and on his way out, he tried to steal some shit, and he got busted for it. He's a corrupt politician. Trump is a corrupt politician, right? And he's getting busted for it. It's taking a long time because he's got a lot of lunatics, supporters, and followers who might kill fucking people, so they're slow walking it.
All about the establishment, Republican and Democrat, coming together to get rid of Trump,
Why would they want to get rid of him if he's just going to do the same fucking thing? I don't get that part. Explain yourself. Explain that argument. Why would they care? If the establishment gets their thing done no matter who is in charge, then they should just be able to put in whoever the fuck they want.
outsider. That's what this is.
Again, why?
Am I wrong as a legal expert? Judge Judy is more legally binding than the January 6th hearings on any level, correct?
No, because Judge Judy cannot make a referral to the Justice Department that they have to take seriously. I mean, this is cute. I mean, a Judge Judy joke, sure. You know. It's great. It's, I mean, you can't. She's the new Wapner. You know, People's Court used to just print jokes for your average road comic. And, yeah, like the People's Court, you know, that kind of stuff. I mean, you can't lose. Judge Judy, it's got alliteration. What more could you want?
Yeah.
Correct.
No, not correct.
Hey, we're doing live.
Oh God, that's it. So basically he just had to come on and protect and just run interference for fucking Trump. That's what it was for. That's it.